So welcome guys to another Team Macaw and a mentorship, one of my mentorship programs meetings. We are doing things a little bit differently. We're going to let Tarek, Kahil, take over the meeting, and Rayanne take over the meeting for the first couple minutes. They're gonna drop some big bombs. They've had some major success in their first couple months.
Regarding how to speak to people face to face, is that correct?
So organically.
Yeah, organically, yeah.
Not paid for. Yep. Take it away.
That's it. So,
hey guys,
I hope you're all having an amazing night today. So, in this meeting, me and Rayanne, we decided to talk, and we have actually like heaps of questions and the answers for them. It's not only like, well, I'm not going to ask you a question, but I've got the answers for them. So today, I'm going to be asking, why do people say no to you? Like let's say you are doing Enagic online or offline. Why do people say no to you? First of all, guys, you have to understand that this business is a long-term thing. So it's not going to be like tomorrow you're going to make this money. You join today and tomorrow you're going to be making this money. So this is a long-term thing for you. And I'm talking from my own experience. So I've been in this business for about 5 months and I almost gave up too many times. Like too many times I almost gave up. I didn't want to do anything. It's by me saying that I didn't hit the 6A yet, but 6A, it's in my mind. It's right here. Until I hit it, I would start adding the dashes right next to it. So, and if you're doing Enagic and region, online or offline at the same time, you're going to expect a lot of no's. It's definitely 100% you're going to get a lot of no's. So we're going to have to accept any circumstances that, like whether it's positive or negative, that it's coming our way. So people say no to you. It's either you started the conversation straight away talking about the money, which is like, oh, you come up to him and then, so you're talking to a person and then you come up to him and then, oh, I've got a business opportunity for you that you can make you money. Okay, so he would be, all right. And then you don't know what's the next question that he's going to want to ask you, because it's going to be very hard for you to understand people, what they're thinking of. So you're going to be, people say no because you started the conversation with like straight away asking for money, or it's going to cost you that much, or this is a business opportunity for you. So you don't start with money. Or whether you don't know your product or what you're selling, even though you might study the whole thing, but it has to be, there is some missing point that you still haven't studied. And by me saying that, you don't know the following questions that your prospect is going to ask you about your product. I wanted to say, guys, are you guys passionate enough about what you're selling? Are you passionate enough about what you're selling? I swear to God, 2 days ago, I was in bed and I was thinking in my head, I wanted to just get up, open this ionizer machine and see what's inside it. What is it made of? Like, I swear to God, I go, man, I just want to know, how does it work? How does that water circulate and hit that platinum place and transforms it into hydrogen high alkaline water?
Trust me, you would have done it.
I would have done it if I had a spare one. If I had a spare one, I would have done it. But I'm like, how does it work? So that's how passionate you have to be about your product. You have to be passionate about your product. You have to take your imagination and your thinking all the way out on its way. Like, get what I mean?
On another level. You got to take it like over the moon and back.
Plus, are you guys prepared to answer any question that is coming your way? So if your prospect trying to ask you questions, are you prepared for that? So try asking yourself the questions that your prospect might be asking you, and you will find the answers for them. If you're not prepared, don't answer. No, sorry. If you're not prepared, then don't approach people, because you don't want to sound like you are selling. You don't want to sound like you are selling someone. First of all, they have to like you, love you, and trust you first, not your product. And after that, your product comes. You get what I mean, guys? So it's just what do you call it? Like common sense. Yeah, like if they don't like you and they don't love you and they don't trust you, they're not going to buy it for you. 100%. After that, you can start talking about like the opening door. You start opening doors about the business opportunity and whatever you have to provide for them. So you may not be asking the right questions. So let's say you're doing Enagic or region. Let's talk about Enagic. Let's say you're talking about Enagic and then you're doing it offline and then you met someone and you just want to, to share it with you. So why don't you start the conversation by saying, how often do you drink water? That's one of the questions that you can ask. So you can open that door so you can get in and then talk to people about it. Or how long can you stay alive without drinking water? After they answer these questions, of course they're gonna answer it. They're not just gonna look at you like, all right, you're gonna hit them with the next one straight away. All right, how many liters of chlorine do you drink a day? They're gonna be, oh, what the hell are you talking about? That's when they're gonna that's it. They're gonna say, all right, what are you trying to provide for me? Please give me this information. What are you trying to say? So most people will say no to you because either as well, you're not giving them energy. So, and are you making them believe of what you're saying? So you're gonna make them to believe what you're saying. It's not only just, all right, you're talking, you're making them bored. Talking too much, it's not good. Don't let him as well listen too much. You gotta as well let him talk. See his reaction. Because if you ask him a question and he answers like let's say a word by yes, no, this, that, that's when you know that his reaction, it's not he's not.
Also, you're not asking the right questions.
Yes.
If he's just giving you a yes or no answer, then you're just gonna be like, okay, am I asking the right questions?
Yeah.
You don't want to bore the customer with you talking, and then he's just gonna be like, yeah, and he's just gonna walk off.
That happens.
It happens. You gotta expect the unexpected.
So energy is motion. So when you give off energy and good vibes, that reflects to your customer, that reflects to your prospect. It just gives them, wow, that's it. That's what I wanted to hear. All right, can you keep going, please? So when you say no, you don't get upset, don't get angry, because that's not a loss. In fact, that's a win for you, because you gained experience and you learned from your missing points, and then asking for feedback. How all right, what is there that I didn't explain it to you properly? Can you please tell me? That's a feedback. He'll tell you a feedback after you get the feedback, so you can work on it later on down the track. Probably he's a potential customer now. Later on down the track, as he see you are getting better and better and better, that's when he's gonna buy you. And it's gonna turn into a yes. All right, so Rayanne now she's gonna talk about how did we use straight line persuasion, the one that fired. It's I don't know if you guys know about it. It's available on Team Alpha Omega Hub. It's by Jordan Belfort. There is about 10 videos worth of 50 grand. And how did we use it into our life, into the region, in Enagic, whatever the case is.
All right, so I'm Rayanne, guys. I know we haven't met probably, except for Savannah, Bess, and Wasim. But yeah, so I'm gonna give you some tips on how I tried to sell region. But when I decided to jump on board when region came out, because I do hairdressing as a trade, and that's been my passion since when I was probably 6, because my brother used to do it. And I've always wanted to be a hairdresser, and so I, studied and everything. I got into the hairdressing industry. But when region came out, I didn't look at it as a passion. I didn't look at it as, this is just gonna be just my business. I looked at it as a money maker, as $150 bill. I'm gonna make money from this. You know what I mean? So before I did that, Tarek made sure that I actually studied the product and started practicing some videos and putting myself in front of a camera, so I know what I'm gonna expect. Instead of so how do I explain it? So I can gain my confidence. So I can get confidence in myself, and so I can look believable to other people.
Sorry to cut you off, but once you start talking in front of the camera, that's what I realized in myself. When you start talking in front of the camera, when you're talking to a person face to face, it becomes so much easier, guys. So much easier. Trust me, it happened to me. I'm like, is that me? Is that really me who's talking right now? Just to let you know, guys, I'm not born here. I'm only been in Australia for 6 years. 6 years. So I've only been in Australia for 6 years. Just to let you know, guys, I would shit myself. Like, if I'm gonna talk to a person face to face in English, she doesn't know how to. Like, even if I want to talk like a little bit Arabic, like, I can't. You get what I mean? He won't understand it. But now, after like I've been in this business, I was talking like to the camera. I've realized to myself, all right, let's say, is come here, bang, I've spoken to you. That's it. And
okay. Keep talking. Anyways, so Regent, I opened up a jar for myself so that I can try it and so that I can believe in the product myself, so I can give it to someone else, so I can tell them the benefits and what they can, get out of it, all that stuff. I also opened up another jar so I can give as samples, and I gave them away for free. People love the word free. Oh my God, give me a free this, give me a free that. Yeah, they'll be running. They'll just be like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, I gave away majority of them. I'm still waiting on a couple of people to give me their address so I can give it to them. But I practiced. I'm going to go back to videos. I practiced on a lot of videos. Like so many, like even one of my first stories, a story takes me a minute on Instagram. You talk for a minute and then you upload it. Mine took me an hour to just sit there and talk. And I'm like, yeah, I was buckling that bad. Like, I was like, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I went back to the ACE life about the back office, and I started taking notes, and I started revising the notes to myself, talking about the product. Like, I was imagining someone's in front of me and I'm talking to them, so you gotta practice. Practice makes perfect. Everyone's heard that, So after I did my other video, this was a couple weeks ago. This was when we went to the park. Me, Wasim, and Tarek, we all went to do some videos. That video took us, I don't know how long as well. And I didn't even upload it. I was just like, yeah, no. I'm not doing this. I can't. This just doesn't sound right. I look like a robot. I literally looked like a robot talking. I'm like, yeah, I'm not uploading this. This is not going up there. So after that, we went, it was a week after, and it just clicked in my head. I'm like, you know what, khalas, that's it. I'm going to just do a video. Let's do this. Let's get it over and done with. Started writing notes. I started talking and that took me about half an hour. And then we edited the video and then I uploaded it. But I was so scared to upload it because I thought, you know what, I wasn't going to get any, leads and I don't know what.
That's what happened with you from the first.
So yeah, from the first video that I uploaded, this was this was just a story. It was about the samples. No one messaged me. No one literally no one even gave me the time of day. And I just looked at Tarek and I'm just like, I'm not getting no one. What did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? And just to give out a free sample was that hard.
That's when I knew that she's not really here to talk about the product. I got to just go through ACE initiative again, learn it, study it properly, and then come back and do a proper video, show your face. People wants to see that. So show your face. She's like, I don't know, I've never done it. I go, try it. It's all right. What's going to happen? Try it. She tried it, and then the second time, what happened? Was the second video?
The second video, yeah, I uploaded it. And my phone was going off. Oh my God, does this cream work? Oh my God, I need a sample. Can I have a sample? Can I have this? Once you start to believe and trust in the product, people are going to believe you. So don't just act like you believe in the product. No, believe in the product. Trust the product.
I'm not saying pray for it, but
we're not saying, just sit in front of it and be like, oh my God, you're the best thing ever. Oh my God, no. Believe in it by using it for yourself, and then once you start to give off that good energy, people are gonna come to you. You're not gonna run after them, they're gonna come after you.
And how amazing is Ace and these people that we work with, how they made that, oh my God, that relation that they made between the cream and the energy. Like it's absolutely amazing how they think here. It's just, that's why I go to her, you know what? As soon as I read what's the ingredients and what's in it, what is it made of, I go to her, jump on it straight away. Because I knew she's able to sell it. She's been in the
Like,
hairdressing
yeah.
industry
So I've been in hair industry for like about 4 years now.
Yeah.
And then I stopped, and then
Yeah, and it's got that the beauty water.
It's got the beauty water, and you know when I was like back at work, I used to have a lot of clients come in and have dry skin and acne and wrinkles, and I had this one client. I remember her. She had that, like, her face was so bad. I felt so sorry for her. She had to go onto like pills, like the Roaccutane pills. She had back acne as well. And if I had known about this product back then, I would have given her a jar for free, and I would have told her, please just try this and give me your results. Like, I don't care. That's how I am. That's, if I believe in a product, I'll give the person like that I think that needs it the most, I'll give it to them for free. I'd like, use it, see how you go in a month, and get back to me. But because it's just, when you believe in a product, you start to get that feeling, like, I don't know how to explain it.
Like helping people.
Yeah, you're helping people.
Just for the sake of like.
Yeah.
For believing in your product. So now what we had 2 business meetings with people who had businesses, which is one skincare and the other one was her manager.
My old manager.
Her old manager, sorry. So the one that, the skincare, she's actually related to me, but I didn't even know. So she texted Ryan and she goes to her, oh, please, I've seen that video about that cream. It's pretty much like,
I want to know more about it.
I want to know more about it. Can you come to me? And we'll
I'm like, yeah.
I'll go tell her that, yeah, we're going to come and meet her, but don't tell her anything about business opportunity yet. Just nothing. So she thought that she's going to promote it for us. She goes, oh, I can be able to help you to promote, like, I can be able to help you to promote it. I go to her, don't tell her anything, tell her, all right, let's meet up. So can you talk about this one like for a little tiny bit? How did we use the straight up persuasion just to get her attention into the business?
So we went over and, like, we started speaking to her, and I showed her like a slideshow of what I have, and she started to get so interested. Like, she was like, okay, I want this product. And so Tarek jumped in and he started speaking to her about the business side of it.
That's it. So the questions that I've asked her, I made her go like crazy. What is he talking about? How is he like talking to me in this way? She's like, all right, I got to her. All right. So are you here to make money, or do you just want to like use it just to use it? What do you want? What do you want from that product? She's like, oh, both. I go, perfect. Do you want to try it for yourself, or do you want to sell it? She goes, no, I'm going to do both. I go, perfect. I go to her, listen, so that's what you've got. You've got this business opportunity here. I can send you the link and you can buy it off my link. And then you've got about, you can order 100 pack, or you can order 1 by 1, and that's how much you're going to order. Like, buy 100 pack, that's how much you're going to pay. And buy, if you're buying buy a jar, that's how much you're going to pay. So what do you prefer? She goes, oh, of course that one, the 100 pack. She goes to me, of course the 100 pack. So I go to her, all right, so how long do you reckon you can sell it? How long do you need to sell it? She goes to me, probably a month or 2. I go to her, yeah, but don't worry. So this product will last you for at least 18 months. So that way she said that she can sell them in a month or 2, but I didn't push her to sell them in a month or 2. But she said that she can sell them.
That's another thing. Don't be too pushy on the person that you're speaking to, because if you're going to be pushy, like, oh my God, you have to buy this, you have to try it.
You have to try it.
Oh my God, it's the best thing ever. Don't be too pushy, because they're just going to look at you and be like, all right, see,
you just want to sell it.
Walk off.
It just seems like you just want to sell it. That's it.
Like, yeah, like you just want to get it off your hands so that person can have
it. And then after that, she decided I made her buy 1 jar off me. Like, imagine, I made her buy 1 jar off me. I got to her, listen. She goes to me, I got to her, you can buy that jar now. try to like get some samples, put them on in your shop, and try them for people. Don't give them for free. Give them for $5. You get your or $10. You get your money back out of it, and that's it. That's how you know if the product works. Let's say that jar made you about 20 samples, and then them 20 people try it on and they got results. They're gonna love it, and then they're gonna come back to you. Please get us one. That's when you know. If, let's say 20 people came back to you and they told you that they need a full jar. So get 100 pack. You know yourself that you're gonna be able to sell it in like no time. She goes to me, oh, that's a good idea. She already started doing that, and I think she's gonna buy the 100 pack soon. And with her manager, which was 2 days ago, I think, yeah. With her manager, she's very like.
She's passionate about what she does.
She is like she's like if she wants to.
If she'll like, I don't want to sound like I'm not being rude or anything, but I've said this to her before. But she'll literally convince a cat that it's a dog. She'll be like, "No, you're not a cat. You're a dog." And the cat will probably believe her. That's how good she is.
So,
but not only she won't convince you just like that. She believes in what she sells. She will study these products inside out. She doesn't care. She'll take products home and she'll study it. And when she's better, because she believes in what she sells.
And tell her how when you just got there and how the customer was standing.
Yeah. So while I was walking up to the shop, she grabbed me and she's like, you know, I've been telling this lady about the product that you've got, and I don't know what. And so I did a demo on the lady's hands, and within like just me putting it on her hands, she could see the color difference because I put one on one hand and nothing on the other. So she could see, she's like, oh my God. She's like, you know how much times I put cream on and I got to massage it in, and by the time I massage it in, it's too heavy on my hands and I got to go wash my hands. I'm like, what's the point of you washing your hand? Like, what's the point of you using this cream if you're going to wash your hands? I'm like, with this product, all you have to do is just put it on, leave it on for 15 minutes, and then you can go about your day. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to worry like, oh my God, I have to wash my hands, this is that. No, wait for 15 minutes, and then you can go wash the dishes, do this, do that. But when she told me I've got to go wash my hands, like after she's applied the creams that she has at home, I was just like, how much money are you spending on these creams that you just go wash them underwater?
So that's another like question to ask people: how much money do you spend on creams?
You don't ask that question straight away. I didn't ask her that, obviously, but you don't ask that question. Oh my God, how much are you spending on creams? Because they're gonna be like, you know,
what's it to you to know?
Yeah, what's it to you, you know? So.
So Rayan, after that, she took her manager on the side and she started speaking to her and this and that. And then I heard her manager saying, "Oh, you know what, Rayan? I've been thinking for about a year now to start an online business." I go, "What?" I go, "Come here." I go, "Come here." She's like, "What? What's wrong?" I go, "What did you say? Say it again." She goes, "I've been thinking for about a year now to start an online business." I go, "Heck, that's what I want to hear." I go, "Yeah, what are you willing to start?" She's like, "I don't know anything." I go,
she wants to get into it with her sisters.
Yeah, she goes like, I don't know anything. I go, "What are you talking about? Like anything? What's anything? What are you gonna do?" He's like, "I don't know, buy and sell stuff." I go, "What?" I go, "Okay, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like buying stuff and then store them, and then you never know when you're gonna sell them." She's like, "Yeah, something like that." I go, "All right, sweet. I've got something better for you. Read the ingredients on that straight away." This is like straight to the point. Read the ingredients on that. She goes like, "Yeah." I go, "Read the first line. What does it say?" She goes, alkaline ionized reduced water. I'm like, "Do you know what's that?" She goes, "Oh, I've heard of that before." I go, "Okay, fair enough." I go, "How many liters water? How many liters of water do you drink a day?" She's like, "About 2 liters." She's like, I'll go, "Oh, that's like," because I've seen her holding a bottle and she's got her on the lid. She's got her name on it. She doesn't lose it. I go, "She must like this."
It's the life of a hairdresser. Everyone steals their bottles.
I go, "She must like drink a lot of water, so she doesn't want to lose it, because if she loses, she's gonna like refill it again or something." I go to her, all right, so fair enough. I've got something that product is related to something else. She's like, what is it related on? Like, what is it related to? I go to her, all right, I didn't want to give her too much information at the same time straight away, so she doesn't get too like, all right, what is he talking about? What am I gonna buy now? What I'm gonna start with? So I didn't want to give her everything at the same time. I go, don't worry about it. We'll speak about it later. But I made her think. I even spoke to her about Amazon. She's like, what? Please give me more information. Can I go search? I go, don't search anywhere. I will send you links to watch them. And if you want to do some research, I will give you some links, but let me know when you want to watch them. When you're free to watch them, I'll give you some links. That's when you get your research from. Because you're going to find heaps of shit on the internet that's talking about Amazon. There is Amazon FBA. I don't know if you guys know about it, where you buy your stuff and you just store them at home and then you sell it. Like, you're going to sit down and say, just wait until it sells itself. So Amazon dropshipping is completely different. So I started to explain to her about Amazon. She's like, I can see in her eyes. So she was smoking. She smokes a lot. She was smoking like that, and I can see her eyes are going left, right, and center. Like, oh my God, what is he talking about? I just want to learn more. I'll go, all right, sweet. I don't want to make you think too much about it right now. Just deal with that cream first. Can you sell 100 pack a month? She's like, yeah, easy. Obviously, I can sell them. I go, beautiful. So that's it. And then after that, her boss called her. She's like, oh, sorry, I got to go. I go, sweet, go. That's it. I've put it in her mind. So now I'm not going to just sit down and just wait for her to come back to me. I'm just going to keep on following up with her until she's going to become a client. She's saying she's going to do it with her sisters. So I don't know how many sisters she has. 2 sisters?
Yeah, 2.
So that's 3 clients for me. That's it for tonight, guys. I'm gonna that's half an hour, man. I need to feed.
Thank you.
We spoke too much. Sorry if we dragged it on too long. But I
So
hope
good, man.
out of it.
We actually took a lot of notes.
We took a lot of notes anyway. It just goes to show, guys, even if you're a 6-figure, 7-figure earner, if you're not taking notes, I don't know what the freaking hell you're doing. So I actually want to tell you guys a story because you guys reminded me of the story. 1 month into this business, no, 2 weeks into this business, we had someone approach us.
What was his name again? Mustafa.
Ahmed.
Ahmed. His last name was Mustafa.
Yes.
No,
Ahmed
so you got his
Mustafa.
first name was.
He was, if you're watching this on my replay on the YouTube channel, peace, brother. Thank you for helping me out with my magic business. So Abbas and I went and hit up this guy. He's a plumber. He has
He owned a tiling shop.
A tiling shop.
Nice tiling shop.
like his brothers are tilers, his brothers are builders, his brothers are in the construction industry. Literally, he was thinking about in Najik every single time he builds. What? Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Every single time he builds a house, he wants to put a fucking Najik machine in these motherfuckers' houses, right?
Yeah.
We went
He
there.
just wanted us to sell it.
We went there. He was asking us. He had watched the blueprint. He was asking us all these questions. He was like, "How do we get paid to your account? For who benefits?" We didn't know the 8-point system really well. We were only 3A at that point. We had reached 3A. I remember him asking us questions, and we did not ask. I wouldn't know.
I remember, guys, you can't eat empty-handed because where's the papers? Was this? Was that?
Where's your brochures? And I was like,
we use online trading platform. Like, I don't do this. Like, I don't come face to face, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's our first time.
But
it's quite embarrassing.
It was very embarrassing. After that, he's like, "Well, I don't. If you guys don't have anything to show me, there's no point of you guys being here." So I remember walking back to the car. I was almost about to like burst into tears. I remember I look at Abbas and like, I would never, ever, ever want to fucking feel this way in my freaking life. I felt so stupid. No, Philomena, you guys are the only people that are having issues. I felt so dumb that I was a part of a multi-billion-dollar industry that helps people. Literally 18 of the billionaires are 682, 6823, 6824, 6826, since it's Bugatti. All right. And I didn't know shit about the product. I didn't know shit. So I remember turning to Abbas, I go, I never, ever, ever want to fucking feel this way in my life. So that I went and studied the product, its form, what it does to the body. And literally, if you get someone in front of me, I will not sell them 1 KA. I'll probably sell them 5.
So true.
I
I
literally.
reckon if it happened these days, I reckon like we so could have flipped it into like, well, what are you drinking right now? Let me do pH test for you. Let me do this. Let me do that.
And I can literally show him as a business standpoint how he can show you, because this is all about fucking knowing your product. But because that happened, it pushed us to knowing our product.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that. So thank you so much, Tariq and Rayan. You guys really, like, I really appreciate you guys coming out.
The story behind this is, like, to get for you to succeed, you actually have to go through failure. It's part of success. You actually have to go through bullshit. You have to go past through so much bullshit. There's so much failure actually to reach success. It's part of the journey.
Yeah. You
can't just succeed. You actually got to fail, succeed. As long as you learn your lesson, as long as you learn from your lesson, that's all that matters.
Yeah. So you guys have all come up to us in the last month. No one's buying shit from me. No one's signing up. No one's watching the webinar.
No one's taking me seriously.
No one's taking me seriously. People are calling me a scam. Do you know how much people call us literally terrorists?
Yeah.
People say, literally, took a photo of my son and drew a suicide jacket on my son and sent us it and goes, this is my first jacket or vest, special vest. I fucking started laughing, like, fuck, you're dumb. Thanks, asshole. Block, ban, delete. Did I let it affect my day? Fuck no.
Yeah, you actually had time to go and put a vest on a little kid. Speaking if show it to the cops, that's right there, is harassment and all that kind of stuff. You can go jail for that kind of stuff.
No,
he's got time for that.
But you
guys don't understand. But when he's succeeding, if these guys aren't succeeding, they got time to do that kind of stuff. But we're too busy succeeding. We're just too busy to give him our attention. We're just too busy. But a little bit, probably about 3 years ago, I probably would have hit him up if I knew where he lived and all that kind of stuff. But I don't have time for that.
Like, literally, the amount of people have called us terrorists, scam artists. We got people saying, you're scamming your Muslim brothers and sisters. What kind of Muslims are you? Shut the fuck up. You fucking, like, scrape up shit as a plumber for a living. Shut the fuck up, literally. Do you know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. What I'm trying to say, guys.
Because I'm,
what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say, guys.
That fast, stop talking about my husband.
He never commented on it.
What I'm trying to say, guys, it is fucking normal. Let me tell you guys why.
These guys hate themselves.
You guys, because they hate themselves, they give off hate. And you're doing something that they can never do. They can never see themselves do.
They can do it, but they choose not to. Everyone can do this, but the sad truth is not everybody will. Anybody can do this.
Anyone can do this. So you guys got to understand, setbacks and objections are literally part of the motherfucking process. Part of the process. Get used to saying no. Get used to being called a scam. Abbas and I have this saying. I'm like, Abbas, like, well, someone called us a scam. Do you know what that means? And he's like, what?
One closer to a sale.
One step closer to a sale, and then boom, a sale. Literally, that's how it works. Every single no brings you closer to a yes. So stop acting like your no is a shit.
You know my favorite question is, like, this is a Ponzi scheme, this is a pyramid scheme, blah, 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 blah. Like, everything around is a pyramid scheme. Your 9-to-5 job is a pyramid scheme.
Islam is a pyramid scheme.
I go, everything's a pyramid scheme. Like, honestly, I go, look at the lottery. I go, that's the biggest pyramid scheme right there. But because the government's benefiting from it, but it's nothing about it. Like, what's a pyramid scheme? When you're paying money and you get nothing in return. What does a lottery ticket? Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing, but because the government's benefiting from it, they allow it. I mean, there's no product or service involved.
Oh, that's a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, Ponzi scheme is basically.
Technically speaking, if you guys supposed to do right now, it's illegal because the government doesn't benefit from it. You know
if someone would say, for example, if I was to bring my own lottery and take $2 from every single person, and then whoever gets stuck, it's like freaking luck of the Irish or whatever you want to call it. That's illegal. But because lottery has been obviously okayed by the government and they benefit from it, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
So you guys, it goes back to, I think, you have to understand that negative comments are literally part of the process. They're literally part of the freaking process. If you guys don't
become waterproof. Exactly what we do.
Like a leather jacket.
Leather jacket, waterproof. It doesn't matter what people say about you. As long as you know who you are, it doesn't matter what they think about you. You don't have to prove yourself to no one. How much times will people actually tell us, I'll buy if you show me a bank account? I don't go to show you nothing. I don't go to show you nothing.
So what you guys got to understand that every single time you get a negative comment on your ad, on your post, block, ban, delete.
Yeah, don't give him
Don't give him no time, no energy, nothing.
We used to be honest, we used to. It drains you. Honestly, it drains you. They don't deserve your energy.
Like,
you know, like even Wasim sent me a screenshot a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, some guy was talking shit about the product and all that kind of stuff. He goes, "What should I do?" I go, "Are you bothered speaking to him?" He goes, "No." I go, "Block him to him." You know, he's saying that who wants alcohol water inside the system anyway. I go, "Look, man, it's BA proof in America. Who is this guy speaking about? What does he do for a living?" He goes, "Apparently he's a tree lopper." I go, "What does he know about water?" Just block and delete.
Like, negative comments are literally part of this process. You need to get with the programs. We are key. We have to get so good at saying no, like hearing no, until we hear that saying yes. We got to get so good at hearing, no, I don't think it's for me. But this is businesses for everyone. You need to get so in touch with objection handling and influence and motivation and persuasion and influence that you guys, no one can say no to you. I'm telling you, get someone in front of Abbas and me. Abbas and I close them every time. I don't even care if I'm selling like shit on flies. We sell them every time. We can sell. What were we trying to sell the other day?
We're always trying to sell something.
No, I don't know what. We're just doing like I don't know if you've ever watched The Wolf of Wall Street. You know how he goes, "Sell me this pen." Abbas and I were like, "Sell me this." I don't remember what we were saying. "Sell me this pen" or "Sell me this jug." And then I don't remember who we were trying to please or like make.
Wasn't my cousins? Everyone was over on the garage.
I think so. We were trying to sell something very small. Very small.
The sample, I believe.
Region. We're trying to sell region samples. And they're like, "Oh, I don't use anything on your face." Great. This is why you need it. Because in 10 years, if you don't have any collagen on your face, you're going to get wrinkled like this. You look like an asshole. And then she's like, "But my face isn't dry or anything." I'm like, "You're a sleever. Don't fuck with me. Some place on your freaking body is dry."
And you smoke.
And you smoke.
And this and that, yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of stuff.
A lot of
things.
things.
You know the person, it's very easy to sell someone.
Like, you guys have to understand that selling is everything. Every single day on your pages, you're selling yourself. You're selling yourself. Your brand is you. So if you guys don't know how to sell you, then what the fuck are you selling? All right, which comes back to sorry, I just got a
Can I share some win today? I just happened right before the meeting, like 5 minutes before the meeting happened.
Okay.
So Ryan, last week she had a car accident. Last week or 2 weeks?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago she had a car accident. So basically the guy that she hit was like literally 2 seconds away from my house. I can go walking to him. So anyway, we agreed on money and this and that. So I went today to give him the money. So I gave him the money and everything, and then we were talking. He goes, I go to him, "What do you do for work?" He goes to me, I actually do some, I sell fitness equipments and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, that's it. I go, "All right, can I have a meeting with you?" He goes, "Yeah, sure, whenever you want, whenever you're free, just come to my shop. It's in Smithfield, I think." He goes, "Whenever you're free, just come to my shop and we'll talk about it." He goes, well, what do you do? What are you going to sell me? I go, "I'm not here to sell you. I'm just going to like show you something." He goes, "Okay, no worries. Whenever you're free, just come." And then I was leaving. He goes to me, "Can you please just give me a little idea of what are you going to tell me about? What are you going to talk about? Why is he so interested?" I go, "All right, no worries. Have you heard of Enagic before?" He's like, "No, not really." I go, "What about ionizer machine?" He's like, "Yeah, I've heard of that." I'm like, "Oh, beautiful. Who do you hear? Like, where do you hear it from?" He goes, "Oh, one guy, he bought an ionizer machine off eBay, and then he's telling me to buy one like it because it's pretty like good water and stuff like that." I go to him. So basically, that guy bought it, but of course, like you know how you get your ID, your sponsor ID. So that guy bought it off eBay, so he doesn't have a sponsor ID, so he can't sell it. I go to him, "But he can't sell it to you." He goes, No, he's not trying to sell it to me. He's just showing me." I go, "All right. What about if I show you like deep inside how what it is and how it works and how does it affect your body?" He's like, I'm more than happy to just get it and just try it like in my house or in my shop and just come and we'll talk about it." So that's a win. You know what I mean, guys? So I'm like, even he didn't buy it on spot, but
what he's trying to say is talk to anyone and everyone. Whoever it is that comes across your way, just practice.
Whoever.
If they tell you no, tell them, okay, no worries.
It's all right.
It doesn't matter. You got to know. You don't think that just by getting a no, you didn't get anything out of it. No, you got something out of it. You got practice. You got experience. So when you actually want to, like, when you're speaking to someone like a lead or something, you know what to say. And then they'll be like, okay, yes, I want one. Just keep practicing.
That's it. That's the window I wanted to show you now. So he might be, he goes to me, I go to him, what about if you make money out of it? He's like, what are you talking about? I can make money out of it. I go, yeah. And I go to him, I was leaving. As I was leaving, and I go to him, you know what? We have shower heads too. He goes, what? I go, I'll talk to you later. I've got a meeting. I swear to God. I go, I'll talk to you later. I've got a meeting. He goes, all right, please come. I go, all right, no worries. I'll come.
Always leave more.
Always leave and wanting more. I like that.
That's it.
So,
Believe me, I understand that. Believe me, no one gave me hell more than Yui. How much times almost like I wanted to just leave Yui's group. Whenever I do coaching course for his downline, and they told me I gave Yui home, like, good, give him hell.
He gave us hell. He gave us hell just to freaking sign up. But that's another thing. So let's talk about ratios. You guys will hear me talk about this so many times. Okay, ratios. There's different ratios. There's a ratio for your ad. There's a ratio for your lead. There's a ratio for sign up, sale, ad sets, money on ads. You need to find out the ratio. Okay, so let me put this into perspective. Do you guys think that leaders get everything fine and dandy? In the month of June, we got 29 sign-ups. Do you know how much people bought?
So we only talk about nine machines, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Do you know, ever since we started, how many people have refunded their machines from Enagic after we put the paperwork through? They get their machines. They say, I'm too scared. I'm going to refund my machines. Do you know how many people? 3 people. Do you know how many times Facebook decides that they want to flag one of our ads? And because we have such a great relationship with Facebook, we get them to unflag it?
Only when we speak to a human.
Yes.
Only when we speak to a human. Robots are difficult.
And if you guys are ever having that issue, I'll have a link anyway. But do you know how much times Abbas and I have spent over $2,000 on one ad and it was a flop?
Because we're so committed to it. Yeah, sometimes we actually think that this ad, I put so much effort into it, I love it so much, they're gonna love it as well. Put your feelings aside. To be honest, put your feelings aside. Just put it out to the market. Sometimes it fails.
Like our Unify ad. Flop.
And Carla gave us some good feedback about that. He goes, it's quite intimidating to approach you guys. You know, you guys speaking on stage, and you automatically think that, you know, we have to speak on stage too. You know, it is quite intimidating sometimes, because that's, technically speaking, that's the biggest fee. Yeah. Public speaking is the #1 fee.
And a lot of you guys will ask us, Abbas and stuff, I've spent over freaking $500 on this ad. I don't think it's working. Well, we've spent over $2,000.
Okay, how much money? Like, sometimes you guys spend on multiple ads.
Yeah.
Even till now, we got one ad still working, but we still get paranoid because what happens if that gets shut down? So we're always trying to prepare something else. We're always trying to throw money here, see if it works, but just in case that ad does close down, we've got something prepared. Always be prepared.
You guys have to understand that, and I'll go through it before.
I know Luke for our zone does at least 2 story ads
a week.
Video ads at least once a month, and story ad once a day apparently.
So this is
always running up something. It's always running up something.
This is the type of ad. This is the type of attitude that you guys have. So don't come up to us and say my ads are not working. I'll tell you, you're not trying enough. You're not trying hard enough. You're not doing variety. I'm telling you, when we put our ads, we literally boost freaking any post that's gotten more than 500K organic reach. Because if someone likes a photo or likes a copy, I then delusionize elude something from that. So don't come tell me you spend too much on ads. That's freaking bullshit. Telling me you want to save money on ads, it's like saying I want to stop the clock on my time. I'm going to stop the hands on my watch to save time. Doesn't work. Don't tell me that bullshit. You gotta, okay, so this is really important. You gotta find out the yes, the no, and the maybe people. Some of you guys spend too much time speaking to no people. Too much time. Don't. You're not trying to prove to a no person that it's a yes. The moment you find someone's being a smartass, the moment you find that someone is, someone's kind of like rubbing you the wrong way, end it there.
Yeah. Or do that pushback method, like I've done on Facebook, the pushback method. You know, it's okay, man. I'm gonna give it to someone else. I'll give it too much energy, and they eventually stop. Not everyone's like Aziza. But watch the webinar, bought 2 days later, she had a machine. Not everyone's like it, or Fatima, even Fatima.
Yeah.
Just like that. Not everyone's like that. I wish everyone was like that.
Tariq too.
Yeah.
And Wasim.
Yeah.
And Wasim.
Wasim's Tariq too. His
Yeah.
cousin, what do you expect?
But still, I jumped on literally on Wasim's thing. He already knew everything. We're just doing paperwork on my actual call.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. If someone tells you they're on Centrelink, give them the same value as everyone else. Just don't dwell.
Yeah.
Don't dwell too much. So you got to recognize the early signs.
But you gotta understand, people on Centrelink can be 6 days as well. I would say Brody wasn't on Centrelink.
But you got to give them the same. But you can't push too much.
Are we? I think everyone's frozen.
Are we frozen?
Are we frozen? Can you guys hear us? I don't know. Oh, okay, they can.
Okay. You got to prepare for your downfalls. You got to prepare for your ManyChat not working no more. You got to prepare for your ads not working anymore. You got to prepare for your ad account getting shut down. You got to prepare for your page not getting shut down. And how do you do this? You pump out so much content that even if your page has been going on for a year and they unpublish your page, you still get access to that content. So you're recycling it. It happened to Yusuf 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
It happened to Yusuf 3 times. He made the first page. After 6 weeks, they shut him down. He was running an ad. Second time, running an ad, shut him down. Third time, running an ad, shut him down. You have to get with the program. You have to be ready for all this shit. Like I said, you got to be resilient as shit, man. You got to be resilient.
I was going through something. One of the key things I should tell you guys is when someone drops negative comments on your post, they never reply with negative. Because I was talking to one person that commented on one of Yusuf's posts back in the day. He went and took a screenshot and put on his personal page. And all his mates started seeing it. He started to encourage his mates to go in on his page and drill him on because we want to have a laugh out of Yusuf. I never told this to Yusuf. But that's what usually happens when you try to piss off one person because he's got no life and most likely you are what your friends are. His friends will go and start putting shit on your post as well. And you don't want that. You don't want 15, 16 people just coming to your page and just running all this negative shit.
Yeah.
That's why you just block and delete straight away. Because then they might take it personal and send all their friends to your page and start commenting all this negative stuff.
So I wanted to share something. I'm gonna do a whiteboard drawing.
But not everyone can see it. Sometimes it doesn't.
Can you guys, everyone see my whiteboard? Drawing? Can you guys see this? Yeah? Okay. So I want to show you guys what kind of mindset that you are. Now, a lot of us, even us, hey man, we went through a big stage that we were like this too. Where they're just waiting for that sale to make them freaking happy. They're waiting for the sale. So this is where you start and this is where you end. Okay?
I wish success was like that.
This is what a normal 9 to 5 looks like. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, woo, payday. You guys are so used, and this is everyone. For centuries on end, we've been going through this freaking phase. It's like a donkey and a carrot. They give you the carrot to shut you out. Kawasaki's. They give you the carrot at the end of the week to kind of shut you up and satisfy you for the next week so you can continue on.
The way he says it is, the boss, you are the donkey, in other words, and the boss is riding you and showing you the carrot, which is the paycheck. Every single week, same thing. Whenever he gets to his destination, which we probably would have made 40, like in my industry, we had about 40 workers around the clock. The contract was about $34 something cents per hour, and they'll pay us about $24 an hour. So for each person out of 40 people, he was getting paid at least $10 per person per hour, 24/7, 7 days a week.
So what, if you go in my mentorship, you guys will understand what I was talking about this today. So this is the employee mindset. And unfortunately, this is actually how we all work.
This is how we've all been programmed.
This is how we've all been programmed.
Look, if you guys go to school, that's how we all been programmed.
Yeah. But this is the life of an entrepreneur.
Yeah. It's fucking messy.
And then you end it. You're gonna F up. You're gonna feel like you're down sometimes. You're gonna feel like you're really up sometimes. You gotta have to understand that you are in it for the freaking ride. You're in it for the ride. Because out of 10 employees, there's only one entrepreneur. Out of 100 employees, there's 5 entrepreneurs. You are already going against the status quo. So you're running your business like this. I've done the training, I've done the ads, I'm getting leads. When is my sale? Done the ad, where's my sale? You got to understand that if you give up, you could be literally right here. Imagine you give up after all this. Do you guys see where I'm coming from now? You could give up and you could be right here. You're on the bridge of success.
Yeah, because this doesn't come from map, to be honest. It doesn't come with direction.
No. But I want to make sure you guys understand, you're still in a paycheck mindset, which is exactly why a lot of you kind of wait for that sale to bridge the happiness, but the happiness comes in growth.
It does, because how much times have we made a lot of money? It's not about that. Honestly, it's not about the money. It's about the growth. It really, really is.
It's always been about the growth.
Because if money always motivated you and made you happy, then you guys would be happy in a 9-to-5 job because you guys get paid at the end of the week every single week.
Yeah.
You're not happy about the money. Believe me, money isn't the motivation.
So right now, if your business isn't working for you, ask yourself these questions. Have you done the work? 3 weeks ago, I shared a daily method of operations in the team meeting. Have you guys gone over that? Do you guys instill that into your day every single day? Do you have a lead that's getting you leads?
You're doing Girl Loves at least minimum once a week.
Are you reading? Are you adding value to yourself? Are you being omnipresent? Let me ask you guys this. Name one person, don't even name it, think about it. One person that's always on your newsfeed.
First thing comes to mind is Brody. Brody.
We are always on your newsfeed, right? Well, Cleo's always on my freaking newsfeed. Brody's on my newsfeed. Luke Falzone's always on my newsfeed. You guys should be them, if not better. That's what you should aim to be. The only thing that I want to see as soon as I wake up in the morning is your face. Because Facebook has a less reach, I read it today, has a less reach, only has 1% reach other than Instagram, where it has 5% reach. So you got 1%. It takes an average 8 times for someone to come across you to buy from you. So if when they like your, or even trust you. So when they like your page and you're sending them a little voice note. 2nd time when they see you go live. 3rd time when they see your content. 4th time when they see you introduce someone. 5th time when they see you on your stories. It goes on and on and on. You got to understand stuff. Who am I going to come into contact? You know what's funny? I'll tell you guys a story. How did Tariq and Rayanne come back up to us after a year?
It was about 10 months, I believe.
10 months. They seen us driving to take our kids to school.
And I believe it was raining that day, and it was really.
And he didn't want to go to work.
Yeah, it was really draining work, all that kind of stuff.
I'm not even kidding. Hamza is not here today. Hamza literally was sent 55 ManyChat messages. He had 2 phone calls, 1 Zoom call, and 1 video call, and then he bought a K8. And then he sold 5 listings in his first month.
How did Shari eventually trust Yusuf? You want to answer the question? How did you eventually trust Yusuf, Shari?
I think she's shut. Just unmute here. I'll mute you.
Because I know it came to a stage that you didn't trust Yusuf and you eventually did. So how did you eventually trust Yusuf?
Unmute yourself, because I can't hear you. I try to unmute yourself. There, okay, I can hear you now.
I can hear you. So what eventually got you on board?
Well, it was persistent, sure. He didn't give up. He knew I was keen, but we just clashed.
Yeah.
But he didn't give up, so yeah.
So he didn't give up?
Yeah, so he was always in your face.
Yeah.
This goes back to the Coca-Cola method, what we spoke about a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I think she was talking.
Different things, it was pretty cool, but
yeah.
Okay, cool. So trust, and she's seen him more than once, and he didn't give up, and he was very persistent.
Well, anyway, I'm speaking out. Most people get shy to speak out.
Congratulations, man. See you at 6A.
So this goes back to the Coca-Cola method that I spoke about a couple of weeks ago. Look, Coca-Cola is a $1 billion industry, but no matter where you go, you always still see them. Every single billboard, every single bus stop, every single soccer game, every single netball game, every single gilly game, everywhere. Coca-Cola is absolutely everywhere. Everywhere. Why? Because eventually, if you're not in your face, you're going to forget about Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? That's how you should be as well. Always be.
You gotta be omnipresent. You have to be on that drum.
Because these days, I realize because now it's raining, we get a lot of people that work in the construction industry hitting us up. Why? Because it's raining. Like,
they don't want to work.
Look what eventually cars are on board because it's been raining for the last couple of days. he eventually got on board, 100% on board with it.
So with saying that, are you doing the work without excuses? You guys have to understand, you got to fall in love with the process. You don't go to the gym. This is my favorite analogy of course. You don't go to the gym with a six-pack.
You go to the gym first, then you get a six-pack.
Exactly.
Yes, in other words, what we're trying to say is you got to step into this leadership role. You got to step into the success mindset. Not when you get the success, then you act like a successful person. You got to change now for the better future.
Which brings us to the next one.
This brings back to exactly how I started. I completely took off 8 days and I locked myself up and I made sure I freaking learned.
So you guys
my distraction, I took it out. I actually took out my distraction. My distraction was my car and the PlayStation 4. So I actually took it out of my garage. That was my distraction.
And
there you go.
Like, it's funny that you guys say that. A lot of you guys ask, how on earth did Abbas reach 3, 8 in 11 days? Abbas made 10 sales in his 11 days. Abbas, have you guys ever seen a snake shed its skin?
Oh, I should have more rapid.
It takes a snake over a period of time to shed its skin.
So you can put me into a snake right now?
Abbas, no. Abbas shed his old skin in an amount of a week. He stepped out of his old mindset, his negative mindset. He stepped out of his self-limiting beliefs. And he stepped into this new role of what he wanted to be because he was so fucking sick of where he was.
Yeah, because I had to reprogram myself, man. Honestly, it came to a stage, if you asked me what I wanted to do, I wanted to pass on my job as a controller, as a security guard, making $24.50 an hour to my son. What kind of dream is that? How pathetic is that? You know what I mean? Like, we're going to make kids to spend probably say 85% of our life not with them. You know what I mean? Then, you know, someone gave me a bit of hope. Brody gave me a lot of hope, to be honest. A lot of hope. And it wasn't him just speaking shit to me. He actually recommended me to go rich, think, grow rich. Think big and grow rich. That head title right there is powerful. You know, sometimes people go past the head title. Think big and grow rich. So what I'm trying to say is, once you learn how to think, you can grow rich. Change your thinking, and honestly, you can change everything around you. Just the way you think.
Exactly.
Just the way you think. And that's why I love that book so much. It only cost me $1. Honestly, it only cost me $1, but for me, it's priceless. I've read it twice in my first week I joined this business, but the second time I understood it like a lot more. And there was a chapter about burning your bridges. That's what made me burn my bridges at work and completely take this on completely. You know, okay, my first month I made 2,700 in one day. I mean, in a day or a week. But I still want to burn my bridges. Like, you know what? I need to put a little bit of effort into this. Imagine if I made it a full-time thing. You know what I mean?
And that's what it's for.
I just left it. I went, you know what? I spoke to her about it. I'm going to leave my job. She goes, what are we going to do? I don't know. Like, honestly, it was so hard. So, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell my Liberty. I'm going to leave the X-Trail. I'm going to sell the Evo. So I went and had money to fall back on. You know what I mean? So that's what I done. I went and sold all the bullshit for the stuff that made me happy. It was bullshit. I wasn't happy with the Evo, to be honest. I was happy when I was looking at it, but I was still driving my happy car to a place I wasn't happy with anyway. So it made no sense.
So now, obviously, we're saving money on a couple of things. We save money on obviously having just one car, but we also like put money back into our business, which then allowed us to fall back on. Which brings us to the next one and almost the second last one, guys. Have you guys prepared? Have you guys set the intention for your team? If someone was to ask you how do you run a lights campaign, would you? What I did in my first 6 months in this community is literally make my mark. Whenever I go to Unify, I get bombarded. It's really bad. It's really like overwhelming for me. Because in the first 6 months, I pumped out so much freaking content for the team. It's really overwhelming. I taught people how to do likes campaigns. I did all those tutorial videos that you guys see on Ace Marketing Mechanics. I did it in my own little platform on Team Alpha Omega to make sure that I was preparing for my team. I spent 4 months on a step-by-step guide, okay, to help people like you guys allocate and do things in a step-by-step guide instead of asking us, how do you do this and how do you do that?
Because eventually, like, you guys are gonna have a team more than 50, more than 60, more than 100. You know, like Brendan Seagull and all that kind of stuff. More than 20,000 people. Do you think okay, let's say you had 100 people.
Do you know how to lead them?
Imagine, it's even possible to give each person 1 hour. It's impossible because there's not much time, days and hours in the day. So that's why you got to prepare, make things automated for you. You know what I mean? Because you can't take care of 100 people.
And your team's going to lead by example as well. If you don't come to the meetings, Do you think your team's going to come to the meetings? No. If you don't watch the ACE marketing mechanics, do you think your team's going to do that? No. If you don't have 5 million ads ready to go, do you think your team's going to have that? No. You need to prepare this stuff from now. Okay? You need to prepare this stuff. Guys, we keep banging on the same drum because over the last week and a half, we've come across so much people whinging and whining about the same stuff.
It's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, ask me, okay, you want your success, then do what I do. Wake up every single day early. Wake up before everyone else wakes up. Go to sleep after everyone goes to sleep. Go read that book that I read, but I can't stand it because I hate reading. But I know that's what I gotta do. You know what I mean? But if you ask me these days, I actually love reading, but back then I hated it. But now it's just a habit. You drop the old habits that got me nothing, and you pick up better habits. Success is just a habit. It's just a habit. You know what I mean? Like you guys, there's a lot of people talking about I want your success. They go do that goal, but I can't speak it on camera. Then you can't make that money. Then you can't get the success. You gotta step out of your comfort zone dramatically.
Well, at the beginning of this year,
one of his content today was about people's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I got people. Someone mentioned me today that he goes, he's not even part of our team, but because we're part of the ACE leadership, the random people always message us and say, man, I put a lot of interviews. I've been doing this for 4 weeks, and I'm living inside a car. And how am I supposed to mentor people if I live inside a car? How much times I put a gun to my head, and all that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, man, look, I'm not a professional, but I'm gonna pass you on to Travis Fox. He's a professional. You know what I mean? And then, end of that, I can just shut him off, say, whatever, man. But I'm not the type of person. I was going to someone that's actually professional. This guy's talking about committing suicide. You know what I mean? So I'm sending him over to Travis Fox.
It just goes to show, guys, do good by people, and people will do good by you regardless. So, just think about the things that you do every single day. Are you leading like a 6A2, or are you leading like a 1A? You want to be 6A2-8? Great.
The time, I'm talking about 14 days interviews, I started doing my own coaching calls.
Yeah.
I started doing my own coaching calls.
We burnt through a lot of people.
I was part of GAZ, and they never used to actually do the coaching call for you, man. They never used to do it. So I'm like, bro, I've got to step into this coaching call leadership. So that's why we started doing our own coaching calls and all that kind of stuff.
And now we get paid for it. Well, go figure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? ACE reached out to us and told us, do you want to be part of ACE instead of GAZ?
Yeah.
We moved over
back then they were actually part of the one thing. Just in case for these newbies that don't know what GAZ is, it's like this initiative. But all they have is just magic. I mean, they're just magic. But for them, in my opinion, it was just about the money. They never used to be there for you, to be honest. So when Travis Fox and
Brendan
and Hodgie left, they started their own platform.
Yeah. It just goes to show, guys, that you never know what's around the corner. You don't know who's around that corner. In the beginning of this year, Abbas and I had never spoken on stage in our lives, but we got approached to speak on stage.
Believe me, the first thing I wanted to say was no.
Yeah. With that, we got another one to speak on stage and another one to speak on stage. And now I'm getting reached out everywhere for us to speak on stages. Now, I'm not trying to say I love motivational speaking. I'm not trying to say that may be your dream.
You still got involved though, because you told me one thing.
It's actually on my.
And the perfect example is you actually are what your friends are. I never wanted to speak on stage. Brody is one of my best friends, and my wife's my other best friend, and they're always speaking about it. Whenever Brody's here, all they do is speak about it. You are what your friends are. I never want to speak on stage. Believe me, even tonight, I don't want to speak on stage.
So
I prefer to sit in my room and hide.
So no matter what you're going right now, guys, it's temporary unless you make it so. Whatever struggle you're going through, it's just seasonal. You have the power to break out of whatever the hell you are right now. The only thing that you need to do is you need to take action. You need to take action and stop whinging and just do it. Continue. I want you guys, how many of you guys are always in our inbox? Safa, what book do you expect me to read, recommend me read? I want to learn about this. Safa, Abbas, I want to learn about leadership. What do you recommend me watch? Are you guys doing that every day? Do you guys actually listen to the things that we send every day when we do send? Or are you guys just kind of like beating around the bush? Like, yeah, I just spent on a 10K trifecta and I got out of my comfort zone. I spent 10K because it was in my savings. That doesn't mean you got out of your comfort zone. That just means you dipped into your savings. That's all it meant. It doesn't mean that you stepped out of your comfort zone. You step out of your comfort zone every so often. For me, you step out of your comfort zone every 2 weeks. And that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to constantly be growing. Do you think that I would have thought that this would have happened to me? No, but this is my gift. you know what I mean? No matter what life hits
I
you
must
with,
say,
it's
she
a
was
gift.
so positive when it happened. I swear, I was losing my mind. I was losing my shit.
Definitely.
Yeah, I lost my shit.
But no matter what you're going through right now, the reason why you're going through it is to push you in a direction of something else. God doesn't send us things to punish us. He sends us things to grow. That's all we have to say to guys. Do you guys have any questions? No question? Everyone's professional?
Okay.
So if I asked you guys how to run an engagement ad, you guys would know? Shari?
Just unmute yourself, Shari.
Unmute yourself.
You're muted. Unmute yourself.
There we go.
There you go.
I was having a couple of the farmers around here, and they were asking if there's any products where it could like provide for like a farm buzz or like bigger rather than just house water or shower water.
There's a bigger
There is a commercial one. I believe it's like Super. That is made for big businesses, but it supports a lot more water.
It has 12 titanium
It has
plates.
12 titanium plates. There is one that supports, bigger families and bigger places and all that kind of stuff. Is that the question you're asking, sorry?
Yeah, she wants.
Or is it meant to be on the farm? I mean,
They're all just rich fellas looking for the next big thing though, but they're not actually listening to. But that was the question of it makes sense because farmers invest big time into their cows.
Yeah.
And, cows
Just
country.
sell them on the fact that, and Jess knows this really well, sell them on the fact that if you get your cows and your obviously your your.
You know what? Let's hook her up. Let's make a group with that lady that was on stage with you. She was actually, I believe, she actually worked on the farm as well, and she got in trouble for speaking about it. Then they made this documentary about her on the news. What's her name again? The one that was very loud on stage with you.
Her name start with A.
I know.
She's from New Zealand as well, actually.
Maybe you guys can speak about it.
I gotta see if I'm still friends with her.
And she works on the farm as well, and I believe she's 6'8" too.
Yeah.
And she's an elderly lady, that kind of stuff. And there's another elderly lady as well, but 6'8" 2 as well. And
I can't remember these people.
yeah.
Okay,
And
but
they're all on stage with you.
I'm gonna, once I find her name, I'm gonna send it over to you. I'm gonna make a group with you.
When you up on stage, because these are empower women, most of them all from New Zealand, and you're the only one who's living in. So it goes to show you, most powerful women actually in New Zealand.
Definitely. If you show them how, if you let your cows and your obviously livestock drink from Kangen water, they will produce more lively stock like milk. Show them that, they'll buy like that.
The minerals, like my boss was pretty impressed with the minerals and taking out of all the irons, because then it saves us having to feed the mag and constantly having to feed out and stuff. And
put more money in your pocket, man, for a little investment. I'm definitely buying that.
And help them carving and stuff. Yeah, I just thought I'd ask, but no, it was good.
Thank you so much for asking, man. We appreciate you.
Well, at least now you asked. At least now we can send you
some
in the right
information.
direction to people that can help you a lot more than the weekend.
Absolutely. Anyone else have any questions?
Yusuf, sorry. Yusuf, what did you say, Yusuf? Sorry. You were speaking, Yusuf?
No questions?
All right, good.
All right, guys. That's it from us. Have a beautiful night. Hopefully you guys...